Good morning, class 12. Today is the second day of the first chapter. So, today we will start with the next part, that is the characteristics of learning. Yeah, and the previous day, in the previous class, we have done all the definitions, what is learning, what are the basic features of learning. Today, we will discuss the characteristics of learning. So, first, learning is the interaction between experience and hereditary experiences. So, first thing what it is telling, that it is a sum total of experience what you are gathering, and also the inherited capacity or inherited hereditary wise the capacity of the potentials which is hidden inside you. So interaction between experience means in the present day what you are experiencing, and the hereditary experience means what you have experienced, what you have gathered through the heredity. Next point, learning always initiates self activity. See, when you are learning, suppose I am teaching you through online classes and you are listening it to properly, isn't it? So the process is a self activated process. Means what, here I am also conscious that what I am teaching you, and you are also conscious about what your ma'am or sir is telling or explaining it to you, isn't it? If you are not self activated, then the process of learning will not and never take place, isn't it? Yes. Third point, learning motivates individual. So why do we give a brief introduction before starting the class? Because that introductory part will help the individual, the learner or the subject, to concentrate on the particular part, that yes, why do we recapitulate the previous class in a small or brief manner, but why, what is the reason behind it? Because that is inspiring the individual, motivating the individual to grow and to concentrate on the particular chapter what today we are going to discuss. Next is learning helps in individual development of the learner. So individual development means what? See, learning, as we know, it is an interaction between two human factor, that is the teacher and the student. So or non human factor also can work. The environment works plays a great role, but still when the process of teaching learning is going on, the two human individual, that is the student and the teacher, both are interacting, and thus what is happening, I am continuously speaking with you, I am developing, I am enriching myself, how to talk, how to explain, how to better express it in front of you, and how you individual you are developing yourself through listening, through understanding, through evaluating what ma'am is telling, whether she is telling it correctly or not. You are evaluating, you are continuously judging. So it is it's a process of individual development. So through the process of teaching learning, you are developing yourself, and the teacher is also developing his or her capacity. Next point, learning creates need or vice versa. Means what? Learning creates need, or when you need something, you need to learn. Vice versa means just the reverse one. So, learning creates need and need creates learning. Am I clear? Means what? Suppose you want to learn something, so the need is being created, isn't it? Simultaneously, when your exam days will come, you need to learn. So need is bringing the learning, isn't it? Because you need to learn the chapters, because you have to give exam and you have to secure good marks. And when you need to learn, it creates need. Am I clear? Means learning creates need, again need creates learning. When you need something, you learn. Again, when you want to learn something, you need it, isn't it? So these are two vice versa process. Next, 6, learning needs pre-planning. So when you are learning something, it needs pre-planning, because suppose when you are going to sit for the online class, you need some preparations, isn't it? So you have to plan that yes, today we will start with the particular education class, or we will start with the history or pol science class, or English or Bengali, any subject you can. So the subject what you are going to study from your online class, you have to plan it. If we leave this example, if we take another example that we want to go somewhere, so before that we have to pre-plan, isn't it? We have to plan a list that what are the work we have to finish before leaving our house, isn't it? And what are the plans for after going out from the home, isn't it? So pre-plan learning need a pre-plan. So what you are learning, what you are doing, what you are experiencing, you need pre-plan. Without pre-planning, the learning will cannot be conducted. It's not possible to conduct. Next point, point 7. Learning learning is attainment of goal. What is attainment of goal? Learning is helping you to reach the goal. These 6 points you will get in the book. Now these all extra points, more 3-4 points I will provide to you. These points you will get it in the PDF. So it is helping you to reach the goal. When you want to secure some good marks to in your exam, or some people are giving exam for their getting a better job, so they have to study well. So you, or you are doing a handwork, anything, whatever you do in your life, you need some training and learning, and that will help you to reach the goal. Next is learning learning always help to overcome obstacles. You know, if you learn something well, if you by heart something well, you do not need to learn it more, isn't it? Suppose cycling, or when you are driving a car, or when you are cooking some food, you need to repeat it for many times, and that will help you to overcome the obstacles. Obstacles means barrier which is stopping you to reach the goal, isn't it? So if you learn better, it will help you to remove the obstacles on the way. Next point, learning is adaptation of new behavior, isn't it? So we have already discussed that through learning you are bringing desirable change, modifiable changes in your behavior and behavioral pattern, so that the society can see you in their own perspective, and they can evaluate you according to their own. Suppose the situation, according to the situation, you are adapting yourself, and you are changing your words, way of saying, way of talking, how you are behaving with the others, and everything. So adaptation is another very very important for learning, which is bringing some certain changes, and the society is seeing you in a better way. Finally, the last one, learning is acquisition of habit and knowledge. So, acquisition of habit and knowledge means what? As I have told, you are bringing behavioral change. So, when you are bringing certain changes, it is it is turning into a particular habit, and you are gaining knowledge from it. So, these points, what I have discussed from 7 to 10, you will get it in PDF, and first 6 points you will get it in your own book. If you go through the points, you will get, and so these are the 10 characteristics. More characteristics are there. You will get 20, 30, as much as you can get, but more than 10 is not required for 6 to 8 marks. Even if it is 6 marks, you can write 8. If it is 8 marks, you can write 10 points. So 10 point is more than sufficient, but it will not come more than, for the question what are the characteristics of maturation, will not come for more than 4 to 6 marks. So that is all for today. Next day we will start with the different types of learning stated by Gagne. Thank you.